Dear reader, this little book is designed to tell you everything you need to know about the science of getting ahead. Now let us assume you are young, healthy, clear-eyed, and eager, anxious to rise quickly and easily to the top of the business world. You can.
I can!
If you have education and intelligence and ability, so much the better. But remember that thousands have reached the top without any of these qualities. Just have courage and memorize the simple rules in the chapters that follow. If you truly wish to become among the lucky golden few, you can.
I can! How to apply for a job. How to advance from the mailroom. How to sit down at a desk. How to dictate memorandums. How to develop executive style. How to commute in a 3-button suit with that weary executive smile. This book is all that I need. How to succeed. How to observe personnel. How to select who to lunch with. How to avoid petty friends. How to begin making contacts. How to
choose the right company. Before applying for a job, make sure you have chosen the right company. It is essential that the company be a big one. It should be at least big enough so that nobody knows exactly what anyone else is doing.
the right company. This book is all that I need. How to succeed.
Never mind. Back to work, everybody. You heard me, I said back to work.
I'm sorry I bumped into you, sir, but I would like to apply for a job.
A job? Do you know who I am?
No, sir.
I'm J.B. Biggley. I'm the president of this company, that's who I am. How dare you come to me for a job?
I'm sorry, sir, but I just...
Why do you think I have a personnel man? Why do you think I have a personnel department? Son, you bumped into the wrong man.
I'm sorry. I know how hard it is to find a job. I've been through that kind of thing myself.
Thank you, miss. You're very kind. Could you tell me where the personnel department is?
Personnel? It's right there.
Thanks.
You're not discouraged?
Of course not. I'm prepared for exactly this sort of thing.
Say, my friend Smitty works in personnel. Maybe she could help you. You wait right here. I'll go get her.
But miss, it's not really...
Where do you think you're going?
To see the personnel manager?
I'm the personnel manager, and we're not hiring anyone today.
Oh, well, I was just speaking to Mr. Biggley.
Biggley?
Yes, sir.
J.B. Biggley?
Oh, yes, sir. He told me to see you.
J.B. Biggley himself. You were speaking to him.
Yes, sir. I just bumped into him.
Is he a friend of yours?
Sir, I don't think a man should trade on friendship in order to get a job.
Very well put, young man. Well, if you step into my office, I think we can get something done. My name is Bratt. You are?
Finch, sir. Pierropont Finch.
Pierropont. Say that have to be J. Pierropont Finch?
As a matter of fact, sir, it is.
Well, step into my office.
Good gracious, Rosemary, you could have at least let me finish my metric count.
This is important, Smitty. I know you can help him. Where is he?
How would I know?
He must have gone into Mr. Bratt's office. Go on in there. You're Bratt's secretary. He'll listen to you.
But why this frantic urgency?
Please, Smitty, we've got to help this boy.
But why? Fill me in, girl. Wherefore is this creep different from all the other creeps?
He's not a creep, Smitty. He has this sort of noble courage, yet deep down I feel he's sort of helpless.
Rosemary, your mother instinct is a big drag.
Oh, that's a good one, sir.
Well, that's all settled. Nice to have you aboard, Finch.
Happy to ship out with you, sir.
Who's that?
That's my helpless friend. Isn't he adorable?
Adorable, maybe. Helpless? No.
Shut up, Smitty. I just hope he hasn't got a girl.
My secretary will take care of your forms and getting your particulars. Oh, Smitty, this is our new Mr. Finch.
Hello there.
My name is Pilkington. Rosemary Pilkington.
Hello there.
Hi.
Mr. Finch will be starting out in the mailroom. Glad you don't mind that, Finch.
Sir, in a big pond like this, everyone must start off as a little fish.
Even a barracuda.
Smitty.
Say, Bud, you guys in the mailroom sent out those Wicked catalogs yet?
I don't know. I'm going to lunch.
At 11 o'clock? Why?
Because I'm the boss's nephew.
Oh, Bud. This is Bud Frump, Mr. Biggley's nephew. This is Mr. Finch. He's going to be starting out in the mailroom with you. Smitty, get Finch's particulars.
Yes, sir.
Finch, nice to have you on our team.
Finch, you ambitious?
Not necessarily.
Good. Just keep that in mind. If you know who I am and you know who you are, we'll get along fine. And if not...
You'll go crying to your uncle?
I beg your pardon, I do not go crying to my uncle. It just so happens that my mother is Mrs. Biggley's sister. If I feel that anything is wrong, I phone my mother. She phones Mrs. Biggley, and Mrs. Biggley phones Mr. Biggley. That's the democratic way.
Mr. Finch, a man like you doesn't have to worry about someone like him. Smitty, you're going to get Mr. Finch's particulars?
Yes, particulars. Now, Mr. Finch, the first question.
Have you got a girl?
A girl? No.
Good. I mean, that's the right answer. I mean, it's very wise not to have a girl.
I'm glad you understand, Miss Pilkington. Some women wouldn't. You see, when a man wants to rise in the world of business, a girl, or let's say an emotional involvement, can only lead to getting involved emotionally.
That's very intelligent, Mr. Finch.
Yes, now, if you'll step into my office, we'll get our business done.
Good luck, Mr. Finch.
Thanks. I'm glad to be aboard.
Well, Rosemary, you see,
I think he's fascinating.
I've seen some ambitious characters around here, but this boy is the eagerest beaver of them all.
New Rochelle.
Huh?
Or maybe White Plains?
What?
No. New Rochelle. New Rochelle. That's the place where the mansion will be. For me and the darling, bright young man I've picked out for marrying me. He'll do well, I can tell. So it isn't a moment too soon to plan on my life in New Rochelle, the wife of my darling tycoon.
Honey, you'll be in New Rochelle. Your darling tycoon will be here in the office.
Smitty,
The future Mrs. Finch is in for some lonely nights.
and I'm prepared for exactly that sort of thing.
Coffee break.
It's about time.
There's no coffee!
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 If I can't take my coffee break, my coffee break, my coffee break. If I can't take my coffee break, something within me dies.
Lies down and something within me dies.
If I can't make 3 daily drips, where shining shrine benignly drips and taste cardboard between my lips, something within me dies.
Lies down and something within me dies.
No coffee!
No coffee! No coffee!
No coffee!
No coffee! No coffee!
No coffee?
That office light doesn't have to be fluorescent. I'll get no paint in the head. That office chair doesn't have to be foam rubber. So if I spread, so squeeze out the lead.
Like she said, if I can't take my coffee break, my coffee break, my coffee break, if I can't take my coffee break,
God is the sense of enterprise.
oh God, and something within me dies.
No coffee!
No coffee!
No coffee!
No coffee?
If I can't take my coffee break,
Somehow the soul no longer tries.
coffee, coffee,
Somewhere I don't metabolize.
coffee, coffee,
Something within me.
coffee or otherwise, coffee or otherwise, coffee or otherwise, something inside of me dies.
What's that?
Coffee.
Coffee!
You have alertly seized your opportunities and are now on the first rung of the ladder. You are working in the mailroom. One word of caution about the mailroom. It is a place out of which you must get. Some of your rivals will not have the advantage of this knowledge, but you are forearmed. Do not get stuck in the mailroom. Plan to rise.
Finch, where are you going? What have you got there?
It's the executive mail.
I'll take that. The executive mail is my job. Finch, if you have any ideas about climbing the ladder around here, the view is going to get awfully monotonous. Every time you look up, you'll see the seat of my pants.
That's rotten. You know, Bud Frump's just jealous. He's trying to keep the big executives from noticing you.
Thank you for defending me, Miss Pilkington.
Please, call me Rosemary.
Okay, Rosemary.
Now, Mr. Finch.
Oh, just call me Ponty.
Okay, Ponty. The big executives will notice you. Just be patient.
Patient? Do you realize I've been working here for 1 whole week?
I know, Ponty. I haven't forgotten. Happy anniversary.
Gee, Rosemary, at least you noticed me.
I wish I were an executive. I'd never. Oh, there's Mrs. Jones, Mr. Biggley's secretary. I better look busy, and you too.
Pardon me, ma'am. You should be wearing this. It goes with your hair.
Young man, you just want me to have this flower? Don't you know who I am?
Oh, that doesn't matter. What matters is that the flower seemed to cry out to be worn by you.
Young man, I'm Miss Jones, Mr. Biggley's secretary.
No, you can't be. Well, I mean, you just can't be.
Why not?
Well, according to Bud Frump's description of you, I'd never have. Well, I mean, you're not a terrifying person.
Thank you.
I mean, if it's not of my place to say so, Miss Jones, I think you're a very attractive person. No matter what Bud Frump says.
What did you say your name was?
Finch, ma'am. F-I-N-C-H. Finch. Pierropont Finch.
And how is it that I haven't seen you around here before?
Oh, I'm not supposed to deliver the executive mail. That's his job. Bud Frump. F-R-U-M-P.
Well, thank you, Finch. You're a very interesting young man.
Thank you, Miss Jones.
Say, Jonesy, I'd like an appointment with the boss at around 3.
I'll check on that, Milton. I'll let you know.
Ah, flowers. You got a new boyfriend, Jonesy?
This was given to me by a very nice young man. You should know him, Finch.
Oh, yes.
Finch, this is Mr. Gatch.
How do you do, Mr. Gatch?
Hello.
Mr. Gatch would be a good man for you to know. His department is very important.
Oh, I know all about Mr. Gatch. He's in charge of plans and systems and interdepartmental evaluation. Also, pre-promotional promotion, post-administrative research, and multiple development on a multi-level level.
Say, Jonesy, this is a smart one. I didn't even know I did all that.
Very fine man, Mr. Gatch. I hear he has an opening in his department.
Yes, he has, and he hasn't been able to make up his mind. Well, thank you for the flower, young man.
You're welcome, Miss Jones.
Hi, Jonesy.
Miss Jones.
Oh, say,
Finch,
Rosemary.
quit goofing off. You've got to pick up your second delivery.
Righto, old buddy boy. Gotta go to work now.
Hello? Give me an outside line. No, this is not personal. I'm calling my mother. Thanks. You know, one of these days, when I'm running the show around here, I'll clear out the whole, hello, mother? But I know I left my sweater at home, but it's warm. Now, look, mother, there's something important I have to tell you. There's going to be a new head of the mailroom, and I want the job. You've got to call Aunt Gertrude, and I know I'm next in line, but there's this new fellow working here that has me worried. Oh, he works hard, gets in on time, he never goofs up, he's polite. You know, a real rat.
Yes? What do you want, Miss Jones? My wife? Well, tell her I'm busy. Tell her I'm in a meeting. Tell her I'm out. Confound it, put her on. Hello, Gertrude. Glad you called. What's on your mind? I'm busy. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, I can't help Bud there. The head of the mailroom should pick his own successor. I can't switch signals in the middle of the play. It would upset the whole team. If I interfered, it'd be nepotism. Nepotism. It's when your nephew is a fool. Well, I'll see. Miss Jones?
Yes, Mr. B.
Miss Jones, I've told you that talking to my wife upsets me.
Well, JB, you told me to put her on, and she's
Never mind.
really aggressive.
I need something to calm my nerves. Where's my, well, you know.
I put it in the bottom of your right hand bottom drawer.
Thank you.
Let's get going, boys.
Yes, sir, Mr. Trimble. I've already started sorting.
Finch, as head of this entire mailroom, I would like to say that I am very pleased with your work.
Thank you, sir.
You really have an inborn gift for mailroomery.
Thank you, Mr. Trimble. Coming from you, that's a great honor.
Hello? Mailroom, no, mailroom. Just a minute. Mr. Twimble, it's for you. Mr. Bratt and personnel.
Ah, this may be a very important call for some of us. Hello?
What's the idea?
What's the idea of what, Bud?
You know, you're buttering up Twimble. Well, believe me, it won't do you any good.
Good God, Bud. Just because I'm being nice to a man doesn't mean I have to have an angle.
If anybody's gonna get this job, you know it is going to
I got
be
you,
me.
Mr. Bratt. Thanks very much. Well, boys, it looks like they're going to promote old Twimble to the shipping department.
Congratulations.
Who's gonna be the new head of the mailroom?
I won't say till it's official, but Mr. Bratt is going to leave the choice to me. Twimble, he said, you've been an outstanding mailroom head, and we want you to choose your own successor. And we want you to choose him on merit alone.
That's not fair! I'm going out for a smoke.
Smoke? He's going to call his mother. But that won't help him if I have anything to say about it. I have someone else in mind for the job.
Mr. Twimble.
Yes?
You've been with this company a long time, haven't you?
Long, long time. Last month, I became a quarter of a century man.
That's beautiful. And how long have you been in the mailroom?
25 years. To make it that long takes a combination of skill, diplomacy, and bold caution. When I joined this firm as a brash young man, well, I said to myself, now, brash young man, don't get any ideas. Well, I stuck to that, and I haven't had one in years.
Well, you play it safe.
I play it the company way. Wherever the company puts me there, I'll stay.
But what is your point of view?
If I have no point of view.
Supposing the company thinks...
I think so, too.
But what would you say
I
about...
wouldn't say.
Your face is a company face.
It smiles at executives, then goes back in place.
The company furniture.
Oh, it suits me fine.
The company letterhead is...
a Valentine.
Is there anything you're against?
Unemployment.
When they want brilliant thinking from employees.
That is no concern of mine.
Suppose a man of genius makes suggestions
Watch that genius get suggested to resign.
So you play it the company way.
All company policy is by me, okay?
You'll never rise up to the
But
top.
there's one thing clear. Whoever the company fires, I will still be here.
Well, you've certainly found a home.
It's cozy.
Your brain is a company brain.
The company washed it and now I can't complain.
The company magazine.
Oh, what style, what punch.
The company restaurant.
Every day, same lunch. You should try the haddock sandwich. It's delicious.
I must try it.
Early in the week.
Do you have any hobbies?
I've a hobby. I play gin with Mr. Bratt.
And do you play it nicely?
Play it nicely. Still, he blitzes me in every game like that.
Why?
'Cause I play it the company way. Executive policy is by me, okay?
How can you get anywhere?
Junior, have no fear. Whoever the company fires, I will still be here.
You will still be
Year after year after fiscal. Never take a risk all year. Well, let's get back to work. They may be promoting me, but until then, the mail must go through. Hi, bud. How's your mother?
What mother?
What mother?
Hello, men. Well, Twimble, it's all set. As of today, you're head of shipping.
Thanks, Mr. Bratt.
Now let's talk about your successor.
Say, Bratt, have you heard from my uncle today? No, bud. Go ahead, Twimble. Your shoes are going to be hard to fill, but who have you chosen to fill them? Well, Mr. Bratt, I've given it a good deal of thought, pro and con, and I think your next man is young Finch. Congratulations, Finch. Going out for a smoke.
Thanks, but I can't accept.
Are you turning this job down?
That's right, sir. I think there's a man who's better. A man who's been here a long time.
Gentlemen, I recommend Bud Frump.
You're kidding.
Bud Frump?
Well, this is something. I mean, surprise-wise. I guess if he really feels that way.
I'm gonna go call my mother and tell her.
I don't understand.
Mr.
Hello? Yes, JB, this is Bratt.
It's the big boss.
Well, we had chosen someone else, but the young fellow we chose gave the job over to Bud. He thinks Bud is better qualified. No, he doesn't seem to be out of his mind. He was explaining about it when you called. Go ahead, Finch.
Mr. Twimble, the important thing you've taught me is that no individual is as important as the whole company.
He says no individual is as important as the whole company.
The whole team is greater than a single player.
The whole team is greater than any single player.
The whole crew is greater than any one oarsman.
The whole crew is greater than any one oarsman.
The whole salad is bigger than any one piece of lettuce.
Oh, the whole salad is... Oh, you can hear him. His name? It's Finch. F-I-N-C-H. Yeah, well, I'm going to talk to him myself. Right. Thank you, JB. You really got me off the spot with Biggley.
Glad to help, Mr. Bratt.
I appreciate it. Good luck, Twimble.
Oh, Mr. Twimble, aren't I supposed to take this mail to Mr. Gatch?
Gatch?
Gatch! Say, Mr. Gatch is looking for a junior executive in his department.
He is.
I'm going to talk to him about you.
Me? A junior executive?
Your generosity and thoughtfulness may prove to be a really good thing for you, Finch.
Oh, that doesn't matter, Mr. Bratt. I did what was right.
My mother was very happy.
Boys and girls, meet the new head of the mailroom, Bud Frump.
Good luck, bud.
Oh, thanks, Pawnee old man.
Come along, Finch. I want to talk to you.
He sure amazed me. I'm still wondering why he did that for me.
So am I. I still think that my original choice of man was best.
Now, wait a minute, Twimble. Ponte okayed it.
It's just that I've been here a long time, and I want to make sure that things are done the right way.
I know what you mean, Mr. Twimble. From now on, I'll
play it the company way. Wherever the company puts me, there I'll stay.
Whatever the company tells him, that he'll do.
Whatever my uncle may think, I think so too.
Ooh, he's beaming with company pride.
I've conquered that over-ambitious rat inside.
Old Bud is no longer the Frump he used to be.
I pledge to the company sweet conformity.
Hooray, hooray!
I will someday earn my medal, 25-year employee. I'll see to it that the medal is the only thing they'll ever pin on me.
The Frump way is the company way. Executive policy is by him okay.
I'll never be president, but there's one thing clear. As long as my uncle can stand me, I will still be here.
You know the company may like poor lumpy
I'm
man.
so proud.
And if they choose to, the company may dump any man.
I'm happy.
But they will never dump from the company man. Frump will play the company, Frump will play the company, Frump will play the company way. Frump.
Come on, everybody. It's a celebration. I want to buy you all lunch on me.
Boys and girls, I have another announcement to make. Mr. Gatch is taking young Finch into his department as a junior executive.
Yes. Wait a minute. Just a minute. The lunch is Dutch. In fact, it's canceled. Wait a minute.
Auntie, that's wonderful. I told you to have patience.
You were right, Rosemary. Thanks.
You should have someone around all the time to help you think things out.
Maybe I should.
Ponty, I'm always available.
Gee, you're sure wonderful, Rosemary. One of these days, I hope I could show my appreciation and...
Lunch.
Huh?
I said lunch.
What about lunch?
I'd love to.
Love to what?
You said, what about lunch? Gee, I thought you'd never ask me. Let's see. Where will we go? Say, I know there's a little tea room, a very cute place called the Hungry Tea. It's very reasonable. I'll go get my stuff and I'll meet you right here.
But I didn't mean what about lunch. I meant what about lunch.
Say, Finch, how's the young junior executive feeling?
Fine, Mr. Gatch, fine.
Come on. I'll buy you lunch in the executive club up on the roof.
Lunch? In the executive club? Me?
Sure. Now that you're a junior exec, I can put you on my expense account.
It's a great honor, Mr. Gatch. I'll go get my coat.
Okay, I'll see you at the elevator.
Rosemary, I've got a surprise for you. Mr. Gatch is taking me to lunch on the roof.
To lunch?
Yep. How do I look?
You look fine, Ponty. Just fine. Have a good time.
Thanks, Rosemary.
If you have followed the simple instructions exactly as outlined, you should by now be a junior executive. Congratulations. Nothing can stop you now.
Yes, dear. Yes, dear. But Gertrude, I haven't got time for this nonsense about Bud. I know blood is thicker than water, but Bud Frump is thicker than anything. I'll promote him when I'm ready. Now listen to me, Gertrude. Next time Bud complains to his mother, and she calls you, and you call me, you're all fired.
Excuse me, Mr. B?
Yes, Miss Jones?
There's a young lady who insists on speaking with you. She says it's personal.
Well, what's she want? Well, what's her name?
She says you'll know.
Hello? Hello. Oh, you knew I wouldn't forget. I'll take care of everything. One moment. Miss Jones, get me Bratt and personnel right away. Oh, you'll be here tomorrow? Fine. Bye. Hello, Bratt? JB. I'm wondering if you can do me a favor for me. I want to find a spot for a young lady. She wants to be a secretary. She's an old friend of the family. Her dad was a classmate of mine at Old Ivy. She's a bright girl, got a good head on her shoulders. Her name? LaRue. Hetty LaRue.
Can I help you?
Scram!
Miss, you don't understand. I'm Bud Frump, J.B. Biggley's nephew.
Oh, how do you do? I'm waiting for Mr. Bratt of Personnel. I'm a secretary.
I spotted that the minute you came in.
Oh, thank you. Of course, I'm new at this.
Miss
and I don't.
Logan!
Yeah, I mean, yes.
I'm Bratt, Personnel. Sorry to have kept you waiting.
Oh, not at all, sir. It is I whom am late.
Oh, not really. This is Miss Smith, my secretary. Now, if you'll step into my office, I'll get your particulars.
Boy, isn't she something.
She sure is.
Gentlemen.
Say, Bratt, I need a secretary.
So do I.
Gentlemen, Miss LaRue will be assigned to normal procedure as soon as her qualifications have been determined.
Have you called my wife and told her I won't be home for dinner?
Yes, Mr. B. Oh, by the way, you left your golf clubs in the office. Tomorrow's Saturday, and you're playing with Mr. Womper,
Oh,
chairman
yes.
of the board.
Well, I'll be in town tonight, so I'll just pick them up in the morning.
Oh, and you asked me to remind you about your college alumni association.
Oh, yeah, well, send them the same check. I get a kick out of thinking of their faces when they see that fat check from old least likely to succeed.
Very well, Mr. B.
Say, JB, there's a phone call for you. Your wife.
My wife? I'll take it in your office. That's all, Miss Jones.
Oh, Miss Jones.
Oh, hello, Ponty. How's the young junior executive?
Oh, just fine, Miss Jones. Thanks to the helpful advice I've been getting from you.
Well, I'm glad our little talks have proven valuable.
They sure have. Oh, and good luck tonight.
Good luck.
Yes, in the bowling tournament. I hear you're the best bowler on the ladies' team.
Oh, how sweet of you to remember something like that.
Well, I'm fascinated by the hobbies of people that I like.
Oh, say, why don't you come watch us bowl tonight?
Oh, I'd love to, Miss Jones, but I should go to bed early. I'm working tomorrow.
On Saturday? No one around here works on Saturday. Ponty, you're a very unusual boy. You'll go far.
Thank you, Miss Jones. That means a lot, you're saying that, because you're Mr. Biggley's secretary, and he's the man I most want to emulate. He's so capable and thoughtful. You know, I remember hearing him wanting to send a check to his old school. Harvard, isn't it?
Oh, Harvard, don't let JB ever hear you say that. He's a groundhog.
But where did he go to college?
Old Ivy.
Old Ivy?
Well, of course, they are the groundhogs. Mr. B is very proud of his old school. Well, good night, Ponty.
Good night, Miss Jones.
Don't work too hard.
Don't worry, I won't.
Hello, stranger.
Oh, hi, Rosemary. Hi, Smitty.
Hi, Ponty. Been a long day, hasn't it?
Sure has.
I haven't seen you since you got your new job.
Oh, yeah, I've been working pretty hard.
Been a long day.
Say, Rosemary, what are you doing for dinner tonight?
That depends.
On what?
On where I'm having dinner tonight.
Huh? Well, here it is, 5 p.m., the finish of a long day's work, and there they are, both of them, the secretary and the clerk, not very well acquainted, not very much to say, but I can hear those two little minds ticking away. Now she's thinking,
I wonder if we take the same bus.
And he's thinking,
there could be quite a thing between us.
Now she's thinking,
he really is a dear.
And he's thinking,
but what of my career?
Then she says, oh. And he says,
well, it's been a long day.
Well, it's been a long day. Now she's thinking,
I wish that he were more of a flirt.
And he's thinking.
I guess a little flirting won't hurt.
Now she's thinking.
For dinner we could meet.
And he's thinking.
But we both have got to eat.
Then she says. Achoo! And he says.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Well, it's been a long day.
Well, it's been a long day. Hey, there's a yummy Friday special at Stouffer's. It's $1.90 vegetable plate. And at the bottom of the ad, not bad. Service for two, $3.58. To make a bargain, make a date.
Wonderful.
It's fate.
Now she's thinking.
What female kind of trap could I spring?
And he's thinking.
I might as well forget the whole thing.
Now she's thinking.
Suppose I take his arm.
And he's thinking.
Well, really, what's the harm?
Then she says.
Hungry?
And he says.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah!
Well, it's been a long day.
Well, it's been a long day. Well, it's been a long day.
Blithering, blathering, thinks he can just go to his mother and... You've been complaining to your mother again! She wants you promoted.
Why not? Other people are being promoted.
Well, I told your Aunt Gertrude...
There you are! Good evening, Mr. Biggley.
Good evening, Miss LaRue.
Uncle Jasper?
I told you not to call me that around here.
I'm sorry, JB.
Well, haven't you got something to do?
I was just gonna go get my hat and go home.
Good. How do you like your new job, Miss LaRue?
It's a big, fat nothing. I thought you were going to help me be a big businesswoman like Helena Rubinstein or Betty Crocker. So what happens? I'm stuck in the lousy scenographic pool with nobody to fish me out.
Shh! Angel, these things take time. You just have to be patient. Yes, miss, in a large operation like Worldwide Wickets, there are many multiple facets which are very important to the scheme of things. Hetty, I meant every word. Tell you what, I'll meet you at your place in 10 minutes and we'll talk it over.
No.
But Hetty, yes, miss, in a large operation like Worldwide Facets, there are many multiple wickets which are very, very important to the scheme of things. Why won't you go home?
I'm waiting for the elevator.
Why don't you walk down?
It's 30 floors.
Why don't you jump?
Very attractive girl, Miss LaRue.
Huh? Oh, yes, I suppose so. I was just trying to make her feel more at home. She seems to be rather a shy person.
Yes. Well, you go ahead, JB. I'm meeting Mother for dinner. She loves having dinner with me. I tell her everything that happens all day at the office. Now he's thinking,
the kid can really put me through hell.
And she's thinking,
the kid could even name the hotel.
now he's thinking,
I wonder if he'd dare.
and she's thinking,
There's blackmail in the air.
now he says,
It's a holdup.
and she says,
Down?
Wait a minute. Okay, you're promoted.
well, it's been a long day. Well, it's been a long day. Ha!
Okay, Jackie, I think that's it. Yep, all spick and span. Bet now some slob will come and dirty it all up again. Nah, not on a Saturday morning. What are you doing? What? You know, I never liked you very much. Come on, let's do the big shots now. Okay, why is this place always so dirty? I mean, what even is a wicket? What do they do here all day? Why are you asking me?
Good morning.
Oh, is it morning already, sir?
Good God, man. Have you been working all night?
Well, I had a few things to catch up on, but I shouldn't be here much longer.
By George, I'm sorry. Your name slips my mind.
Finch, sir.
Oh, yes. I've heard so much about you from my scouts.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Finch, I just dropped in to pick up my clubs. I'm going to play around today with old Wally Womper. He's chairman of the board. Well, don't work yourself too hard, Finch.
Oh, don't worry about me, sir.
I'll just get my clubs. What's that you're humming?
Oh, I didn't realize I was humming, sir.
That's the old Ivy fight song.
I guess it was just unconscious on my part.
Did you go there? Were you a groundhog?
Well, sir.
Oh, out with it, boy. You're not ashamed of old Ivy, are you?
No, sir, not a bit.
That's the groundhog spirit. I should have known you were a groundhog. What year? Finch, when did you graduate?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I was thinking about the big game today. We're playing the Chipmunks.
That's right. I hope those damn Chipmunks don't give us too much trouble.
Oh, I think we'll take them, sir. Charnowski's knee's much better.
Oh, with Charnowski in there, our team's morale should pick up. He's the dirtiest player we've got.
Well, even though we won't be there in person, we'll still be rooting for him, right?
Right! Groundhog!
Groundhog!
Stand, old Ivy, stand firm and strong. Grand, old Ivy, hear the cheering throng. Stand, old Ivy, and never yield. Rip, 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 the chipmunk of the field.
When you fall on the ball,
and you're down there at the bottom of the heap.
Down at the bottom of the heap.
And the mud is so very, very deep.
Down at the cruddy, muddy deep.
Don't forget, boy, that's why they call us Groundhog. Groundhog. Groundhog.
Old
Groundhog.
Ivy, stand firm and strong.
Chipmunks grand. Old Ivy, hear the cheering throng. Hey, 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 Groundhog.
Old Ivy,
God bless you, and never yield. Rip, 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 the chipmunk off the field.
I enjoyed that, sir.
So did I, boy. I'll go get my clubs. Rip, 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 the chipmunk off.
26, 27, 28, 29.
Well, I'll be.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I just wanted to finish this row. I guess this looks kind of silly, sir, but I've always found that knitting helps me think more clearly.
I knit too.
Really?
Yep, been doing it for years. Calms my nerves. Nobody knows but my secretary, Miss Jones.
You know, Mr. Biggley, I feel kind of sorry for men who don't knit. They lead empty lives.
I like the way you think, Finch. Say, what's a man like you? A man like you must have it all figured out. What are your plans in this outfit?
Well, sir, if I'm ever fortunate enough to reach a position where I'd have a choice, I'd like to be where they do something real. Something a man can get his teeth into. The advertising department.
Advertising? Son, I don't want an old schoolmate of mine doing that. It's too tough, too insecure. Why, we've had 15 new advertising managers in the past year alone. The poor devils disappear at a rate of about one a month.
Why is that?
I fire them.
But, sir, if you got a man with ideas, he could swing it.
I keep hiring men who are supposed to have brilliant ideas, but not one of them will do what I tell them. No, son, you stick to what you're doing. By the way, where are you?
Plans and Systems, Mr. Gatch's department.
Good man, Gatch. Knows what he's doing. You stick with him and he'll look out for you, and I'll keep my eye on you too.
Well, sir, you have a good day. I've got to finish this before midnight.
Midnight? That's the groundhog spirit! Groundhog!
Groundhog!
Stand, old ivy, and never yield. Rip, 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 the chipmunk of the field.
Beautiful. What was that? A college song, I think. Really? What college? I'd say Vassar.
Hello, Bratt. JB. Say, what are we running around here, a sweatshop? We're working that boy too hard. Who? Finch. Finch. The poor devil worked here all weekend. The lad needs help. I want him to have an office of his own. Deserves the best you have available. Oh, nothing fancy. Don't want him getting ideas.
Hello, Ponty.
Oh, Rosemary, come on in. How do you like it?
Your first office. It's beautiful. Oh, I can only stay for a minute. I just wanted to let you know I had a good time the other night.
Yeah, me too. Oh, sir. Miss.
I'm Miss LaRue, honey.
What could I do for you, Miss LaRue?
A secretary was ordered to be assigned to you. I'm your assignation!
You didn't tell me you were getting a secretary.
I just found out myself.
Well, happy dictation, Ponty.
Bye.
Won't you sit down, Miss LaRue?
Thank you.
Now, Miss LaRue.
Oh, just call me Hetty.
Well, I think that perhaps in a business relationship, one...
You're cute.
Just give me one moment, please.
Choosing a secretary can be fraught with peril. Take a good look at the young lady who has been assigned to you. If she is so attractive that you feel things are too good to be true, be very careful. It may be that one of the big men in the company is interested in her career. There is a simple test for this. Check on her secretarial skill. The smaller her abilities, the bigger her protector.
Okay, Hetty, let's try some dictation. Take a letter.
Shoot!
This is to Mr. Gatch. Dear Mr. Gatch, pursuant to our discussion of prior...
Wait a minute! Are you trying to catch a train?
What are you taking this down in?
Longhand. It's safer. I make up for it when I type.
Okay, you type fast.
Like a jackrabbit. 12 words a minute.
By the way, Miss LaRue, Hetty, what was your last position?
Well, I was in the tobacco business, but then Mr. Biggley...
Mr. Biggley?
He got me interested in wickets, so I matriculated myself into business school, and well, here I am.
Yes, you are, aren't you? Oh, Hetty, please take this to Mr. Gatch.
Mr. Gatch?
Uh-huh. He's my boss. Make sure to give it to Mr. Gatch himself. Hetty, personally.
Okay, Charlie.
Hello, Mr. Gatch's office. One moment, please. Mr. Gatch, Mr. Finch's secretary is waiting outside and she'd like to see you personally.
Have her come in.
I'll go get her. Come on in.
Mr. Gatch?
Yes?
Mr. Finch asked me to give you this.
Say, what are you doing tonight?
Mr. Finch's office. One moment, please. It's for you. Production.
Hello, Finch speaking. Oh, yes. I run plans and systems now. Huh? Oh, Mr. Gatch. Oh, yeah, he's been transferred to one of our out-of-town offices. Venezuela.
Say, Jenkins, I was just gonna call you. We're getting a new vice president in charge of advertising.
Another one? Who is it this time?
Fellow by the name of Benjamin Burton Daniel Ovington. We're giving him a reception tonight in the executive club on the roof.
Wonder how long this guy will last.
I don't know, but we're giving him the full treatment. You can tell your secretaries to come. We're inviting some of the executive secretaries to act as hostesses.
Okay, Bratt.
Rosemary, I had lunch without you. Where have you been?
Smitty, I've been made secretary to the new advertising manager.
Oh, good. What's he like?
Oh, I don't care about him. But this means that I'm invited to the reception this evening, and Ponty will be there too. Smitty, I've been dreaming of a chance like this. He's never seen me all dressed up, glamorous. Do you know what this is?
Your lunch?
Smitty, this is the answer to how to succeed with Finch. A new dress. It's just beautiful.
I hope it works. Good luck, Rosemary.
Thanks, Smitty.
I think maybe I'll get a new dress for tonight, too.
Good idea, Smitty. I hope you're very popular at the party.
Maybe I will be at that. I'm thinking about starting a room around the office.
Huh? I slipped out this afternoon and bought some love insurance. A most exclusive dress from Gay Perry. It's sleek and chic and magnifique with class beyond endurance. It's me, it's absolutely me. And why one guy? This irresistible Paris original I'm wearing tonight. I'm wearing tonight, especially for him. This irresistible Paris originals, all paid for in mine. I must look divine, especially for him. Suddenly he will see me, and suddenly he'll go dreamy, and blame it all on his own masculine whim, never knowing that this irresistible Paris originals so perfectly right. I'm wearing tonight, especially for him. Irresistible Paris original I'm wearing tonight. She's wearing tonight, and I could spit. Some irresponsible dress manufacturer just didn't play fair. I'm one of a pair, and I could.
Oh no.
This irresistible
Paris original. Trey sexiness pa. Infernal voila. And I could spit.
Hello, girls.
$39 I hand out for someone to make me stand out. And suddenly I've gone into mimeograph.
Some laugh.
This irresistible Paris original. This mass-produced crime. I'm wearing tonight for the very last time.
What a dress!
Drink?
I never touch anything alcoholic before 5 p.m.
It's 10 after 5.
I'll have a double martini.
Here he is, boys and girls. As you know, our advertising department's been in trouble for a long time, but I think we finally found the man to put us back on top, Mr. Benjamin Burton Daniel Ovington.
Thanks, boys and girls. I just want to say that I'm glad to be joining the worldwide Wickets family. No, I don't know that much about Wickets, but I do know about advertising. My theory on advertising can be summed up in one sentence. Shove it down their throats with a soft sell.
Good sound thinking.
And I just want to say that...
Benjamin Burton Daniel Ovington? What the heck kind of name is that?
But I'd like to...
Say, Bud, JB says for you to take Miss LaRue home. She doesn't seem to be feeling well.
I'm feeling fine. Hey, Finchy, let's dance.
I'm already dancing with Rosemary.
Everybody dance.
Come on, Hetty.
That's okay.
Take you home.
Wow, that elevator made me dizzy.
Come on, Hetty.
No, what I need is a shower.
JB wants me to take you home.
No, I'm going to JB's office. He has a private shower. I'll go take a shower and then come back to the party.
Okay, Hetty, have a nice shower.
Thanks, Bud. You know, you're cute. Not as cute as Finch, but you're cute.
Not as cute as Finch. Say, Jenkins, going up to the party?
Yeah?
Will you tell Mr. Finch to meet me down here? Tell him it's important.
Sure thing.
Thank you. Hetty's in there taking a shower, and I've got something up my sleeve that's gonna put little old Finchy right out on his little... Hello, Finch.
What's this all about, Bud?
JB wants to meet you in his office.
But I just saw him. He didn't say anything.
I guess he didn't want to say anything in front of Ovington. You know how it goes around here with the advertising department.
You mean to tell me your uncle
I
is
don't know anything. All I know is that I was told for you to go to JB's office right now.
Thanks, Bud.
You're welcome. Now to get my uncle. Goodbye, Finchy. Hello, Uncle Jasper. Olay!
Someday.
Guess who?
Mr. Biggley?
No, it's me.
Oh, hi, Hetty. I was supposed to meet Mr. Biggley. I was supposed to meet Mr. Biggley here.
Mr. Biggley? He's not coming. Somebody gave you a bum steer.
Should have known it was a rib. Well, I better get back
What's
to
your hurry?
I better get back to the party.
You're anxious back to that Rosemary, aren't you? Are you stuck on her?
Oh, Rosemary? Oh, no. She and I are just good friends.
That's very sensible, Mr. Finch. An up-and-coming young chap like you shouldn't be tied down. I've been watching you, Buster. You're going places.
Yeah, Venezuela. Look, Hetty, I can't.
Wouldn't JB just die if he walked in and found you kissing me?
Frankly, I'd rather you didn't.
Come on, let's try it. You'd better, Finch. If you don't kiss me, I'll tell JB you did.
Okay, but just this once. Rosemary.
Huh?
Can't you hear it? Rosemary.
Rosemary?
That kiss.
What about the kiss?
Rosemary.
It's highly insulting to think of two broads in the middle of one kiss.
I'm sorry, Hetty. I just can't explain it. It just came over me.
Finch, you're in love.
That's right. Finch is in love. It's like a symphony all around me. Oh, I must have been in love ever since she took my particulars.
And you found all this out by kissing me?
Yes, Hetty.
I don't know my own strength.
Suddenly there is music in the sound of your name. Rosemary. Rosemary was the melody locked inside me, till at last out it came. Rosemary. Rosemary, just imagine if we kiss. What a crescendo! Not to be missed. As for the rest of my lifetime program, give me more of the same. Rosemary. Rosemary, there is wonderful music in the very sound of your name.
Ponty, I heard Bud Frump talking at the party. Where is she?
Rosemary, something wonderful has happened.
What are you talking about?
Can't you hear it? Can't you hear it? Suddenly there is music in the sound of your name.
I can't hear.
Rosemary. It's all around me, like a beautiful pink sky.
Now look here, J. Pierropont Finch. Have you lost your mind?
Rosemary, darling, will you marry J. Pierropont Finch?
Now I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. Suddenly there is music in the sound of your name. J. Pierropont.
Rosemary, just imagine if we kissed. What a crescendo! Not to be missed. As for the rest of my lifetime program, give me more of the same. Rosemary. Rosemary, there is wonderful music in the very sound of your name. Honey, I've been so wrapped up in trying to get ahead that I never even realized. It's as though I'm seeing you for the first time.
And I'm seeing you for the first time. You have on 2 different kinds of lipstick, mine and hers.
Rosemary, this is very easily explained. You don't understand.
Yes, I do. Well, don't let me keep you. Go on, go back to kissing her again. I don't care.
What do I do?
Let's do what she said.
No.
Get back in there.
I have nothing to hide.
Yes, you have, and keep it hidden. You snake. Now kiss me.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Oh, it's my fault, Mr. Biggley. I insisted that Mr. Finch show me your office.
I see. Well, I just came in to wash up.
Excuse me.
Rosemary.
Finch, I owe you an apology.
You do? For what?
Never mind. But I still do not approve of what you're doing when I walked in. I do not care for anything between an executive and their secretary.
But Miss Pilkington is not my secretary.
Oh, yes, good point.
Oh, yes, I'm sure he's probably... Oh, JB, we figured you'd be here. We've been looking for you.
I haven't finished my speech yet.
You made a fine speech, Ovington.
Yes, you did, Mr. Ovington. Very fine speech.
Ovington, this is Mr. Finch of Plans and Systems.
How do you do, Mr. Ovington?
How do you do?
Mr. Ovington, I didn't get a chance to tell you at the party, but I'm very fond of advertising, and I read a lot about you in Fortune magazine. Some good stuff. By the way, Mr. Biggley, did you know that Mr. Ovington was an all-American halfback at college?
Is that so? Where did you play, Ovington?
Oh, the greatest little college in the world, Northern State.
A chipmunk?
I sure am a chipmunk. Did you see the way we murdered those groundhogs last Saturday?
Ovington, I'm not a bigot. I've hired men from all colleges. Tigers, bulldogs, gophers, and bears. But never, never a chipmunk. Your resignation is accepted. Rip, rip, rip the chipmunk off the field. That was a narrow squeak.
It was a big shock to me.
Say, JB, what are we going to do for a new advertising manager?
Finch, you've always wanted this rotten job. You think you can handle it?
Oh, I don't know, sir.
One thing I admire in a man is humility. Finch, I'm making you a vice president in charge of advertising.
Me? A vice president?
Oh, JB, I don't want to question your decision. Finch is very bright, but he's rather inexperienced.
I like him.
I like him.
Bratt, I think we've hit on something here. This boy is loaded with great ideas.
Ideas? Tell us some of them, Finch.
Well, I haven't had time to figure them, and I'd like to give you a clear-cut campaign.
Say, JB, the Plains Board meeting is day after tomorrow. Finch can tell us all of his ideas then.
Fine. Finch, you have 48 hours to make an advertising presentation. Oh, and you're now a vice president in charge of advertising. And frankly, up until now, I'm pretty satisfied with your work.
That doesn't matter. I'm a vice president. Vice President Finch! Oh. Hello. Get me the stationery shop downstairs. Yes, this is J. Pierropont Finch. Remember those cards I spoke to you about last week? Go ahead and print them right away. Oh, girls, you can come in now.
Thanks, Rosemary.
Oh, Rosemary, I've got a surprise for you. Mr. Biggley just made me the vice president in charge of advertising.
Congratulations! Can I be your secretary?
Gee, I'd love that, Hetty, but Rosemary's actually be my secretary.
I guess I'll go back to the steno pool.
Rosemary?
And what makes you think I'd be your secretary? I'd rather die.
Rosemary, I'm a vice president in charge of advertising now. You know how tough of a job that is? I can only do it if I get your help. Rosemary, I need you.
You do? Well, in that case, all right, I'll be your secretary.
Great, now let's get to work.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, yeah. Hello, operator. Who paints the names on office doors?
Finch, aren't you going to kiss me?
Kiss you? I can't.
Why not?
Wait a minute, Rosemary. Hello, name painter?
Wait a minute, Rosemary, hello, name painter?
This is J. Pierropont Finch. I want my name on my door in gold leaf. J. Pierropont. J. Pierropont.
Suddenly there is music.
Yes, block letters.
In the sound of my my name.
No, all capitals. J. Pierropont.
Rosemary.
Vice President.
Vice President.
In charge of advertising.
There must be a way to stop him. There must be.
Rosemary.
There must.
All of my lifetime program will be more of the same.
No, the usual spelling. J.
Pierropont. J. Pierropont.
Remember me, Rosemary.
I can't stand
Whatever
it.
happened to
Boy, when you see it on your own door.
Rosemary,
There is wonderful music in the very sound.
I will return.
Of your
I will return.
There's sure a lot of whispering going on around here today.
Ever since Finch became a vice president, everyone's been scared out of the woods. So, when's the big meeting?
Set for this afternoon. I hope Ponty comes up with something.
Me too.
Where are you going?
Home.
At 10 o'clock in the morning.
I've resigned. I'm quitting.
Nonsense. You've been threatening that all week.
This time, it's official. I left a letter of resignation on his desk.
But...
Smitty, I just can't take it anymore. I don't mind a person ignoring me completely, as long as he pays a little attention.
He did tell you that he loved you and that he wanted to marry you.
Shh, Smitty, that's supposed to be a secret.
Oh, don't worry. I haven't told anyone.
What's the matter?
Rosemary's resigning from Finch.
But I thought he was gonna marry her.
That's what I thought. Me too.
I only told the girls. Don't worry. She'll forgive him.
Never.
Oh, you've got to.
Look, Rosemary, there's one thing you can't overlook. That's loyalty.
I've been very loyal to him.
I don't mean to him. I mean to us. Us girls.
That's right.
How often does it happen that a secretary's boss wants to marry her? Hallelujah. How often does a dream come true without a sign of conflict or barrier? Hallelujah. Why treat the man like he's a typhoid carrier? How often can you fly from this land of carbon paper to the land of flowered chintz? Hallelujah. How often does a Cinderella get a crack at the prince?
Cinderella? Wait a minute, I'm no Cinderella. I have $85 in the bank and a savings bond.
It's not a matter of money. He's a vice president. That automatically makes him a prince. True?
Yeah.
Right.
So you're automatically Cinderella.
See?
Don't you realize? You're a real-life fairy tale, a symbol divine. So if not for your own sake, please, darling, for mine. Don't, Cinderella, darling, don't turn down the prince. Don't rewrite your story. You're the legend, the folklore, the working girl's dream of glory. We were raised young and darling, and we loved you ever since. Don't mess up our nature, miracle don't. Cinderella, don't turn down the prince. Oh, let us live it with you each hour of each day. Not from Bergdorf, Goodman, Elizabeth Martin, in the station wagon. Hurry from 21. fabulous minus, our vicarious bonus. We want to see His Highness married to your aloneness. On you, Cinderella, sits the onus. So when you name the happy day, please phone us. Phone us! But don't, Cinderella, darling, don't turn down the prince. Why spoil our enjoyment? You're the fable, the symbol of glorified unemployment. We were raised on you, darling, and we loved you ever since. Don't blouse up our favorite fairy tale, don't. Cinderella, don't. Cinderella, don't. Cinderella, don't. Don't turn down the prince.
All right, I'll give him one more chance.
So you are now a vice president. You have climbed the ladder of success, rung by painful rung, until you have almost reached the top. You have done beautifully. Unless you are vice president in charge of advertising. In that case, you are in terrible trouble. There is only one thing that can save you. You must get a brilliant idea. The quickest way to get ideas is to develop them. That is, you must examine the underdeveloped, worthless notions of others and add to them that extra something that makes the idea your own. An underdeveloped notion may come from the least likely source. Be alert. You never know who will bring it to you.
Hi, Ponty.
Hello, bud.
Sorry I busted in. There was no one outside. First time I've seen your new office. Oh, you're probably wondering why I'm here.
Frankly, yes.
I want you and me to be friends. You've never liked me.
Oh, bud.
Don't deny it. It's true. And I don't blame you. I've been a no-good backbiting fink.
Bud, that's a bit strong.
Well, how would you put it?
I guess your way's best.
Well, I'd like to change all that. Now, I know you're stuck for an idea, and I was
No, wait a
thinking
minute, bud. I'm not stuck for an idea. I have my own ideas.
They're going to make a comeback.
What did you say?
Well, I have this idea for a television show. I call it the Worldwide Wicket Treasure Hunt. We give $1,000 saving bonds, and each week on TV, we give clues as to where it is. Oh, let me leave this with you, and if you get a chance, look it over.
Bud, what did your uncle say when you told him about this?
Oh, I didn't tell him. If I brought it to him, he wouldn't listen. That's why I brought it to you.
Well, maybe I'll give it a little bit of a think.
I have returned!
Yes! Treasure hunt? Could be. This thing needs some kind of a new twist.
Ponty, I'm back. I changed my mind.
Oh, Miss Pilkington.
I don't blame you for being cold to me, but I did change my mind.
About what?
About what I said in the letter.
What letter?
My letter of resignation.
Your resignation from what?
The Girl Scouts of America.
Oh.
Don't you understand? I've quit, resigned, left you forever.
Why?
Because I was hurt, humiliated, ignored, upset.
Who did that to you?
You!
Me? Well, it couldn't have been me. I haven't said 10 words to you all week. Now, listen, Miss Pilkington.
Can't you call me Rosemary?
No, and I want you to call me Mr. Finch until you're Mrs. Finch. Now, Miss Pilkington, I've finally come up with a new idea for a television program. I'm thinking of calling it the Worldwide Wicket Treasure Hunt. What would you say if we gave away $100,000?
I don't care if you give away the whole company. I love you.
Say that again.
I love you.
No, before that.
I said I don't care if you give away the whole company?
That's it! We'll give away the whole company! Well, I don't mean the whole company, I mean stock in the company. Man, I've got to have time to figure this. I've got to go talk to Mr. Biggley.
Good luck, Mr. Finch.
Thank you, Miss Pilkington.
Are you pregnant or something?
Oh, Hetty, I thought I told you not to. What the heck do you want?
JB, you remember that television show I once told you about, The Treasure Hunt?
I thought I told you what I thought about that show.
Yes, I just wanted to remind you that you didn't like it.
Hetty, I thought I told you we can't meet during business hours.
I just came for a business purpose.
Business?
I wish to tend you with my resignation.
Your resignation? But Hetty, you can't. Tell me, what is this all about?
Not a single guy around here will use me as his secretary. They stay away from me like I had an extremely tropical disease.
Oh, Hetty, you just have to be patient.
I have an idea that might solve everything.
What?
Why don't I be your secretary?
Are you out of your mind? I mean, I have Miss Jones.
You don't want me to be your secretary?
Hetty, you just have to be patient.
All right, dear. I'll be patient. I'll give you 24 hours.
But Hetty!
Oh, hey, Hetty. Where's Miss Jones? I wanted to see Mr. Bigby.
Oh, he's not doing anything. You can go in.
Say, Hetty, are you quitting?
Unless I hear otherwise to the contrary.
Maybe we could help each other. Hetty, I'd like to talk to you alone.
Ooh.
This is business.
Oh. Then tell you what, take me out, buy me lunch, say 1 o'clock, meet you downstairs. Do you want to talk or don't you?
Okay, but we better meet around the corner.
Gotcha, cutie. Chicken.
Big meeting today, huh?
Yeah.
Hear anything about what Finch is planning?
Well, JB gave him postponement. So we must have something. You know, fellas, I'm really beginning to get a little scared of Finch.
Me too. If we don't stop him soon, I mean...
He'll have us all working in the mailroom.
Chaps, our worries are over. Finch is going along with... Well, believe me, he's dead, dead, dead. And I'm so happy I could cry.
Well, that's good news.
I don't know. Finch has a way of bouncing. I don't believe he was dead if I read his obituary.
Ordinarily, I would agree with you, but Finch is...
Hiya, men.
All set for the big meeting?
Could be, could be. Wish me luck, men.
Good luck.
And that's what's going to happen to our sales. Up, up, up. And there you are.
Finch, I think you've done it. Very good.
Can I ask you a question, JB?
Yes.
What's his idea for the show?
You heard. A television show that'll give us peak reaction. It's a great idea, Finch. Isn't it, men?
Yeah,
great idea.
But what's his idea for the show?
I don't see why you have to be so negative. All you ever come up with are lousy ideas like treasure hunts. Finch, what's the idea for the show?
Well, you see, JB, I've always thought of you as a man of vision. You know what? Open to new ideas. But now I don't know. I'm thrown.
By what?
Well, the way you just spoke to Bud about his idea for a treasure hunt. But when Bud brought it to me, I thought it was a rotten idea too.
Well, I should hope so.
But then I remembered something, JB. You know, an idea in itself is nothing. It's the development that counts. So I said to myself, I'm gonna take this idea of Bud Frump's and de-frump it. So, gentlemen, my treasure is not bonds, it's stock.
Stock? In our company?
It can't be done, JB.
You can't just give away stock.
Well, we give away stock dividends, don't we? Please, let me go on with my presentation. We're ready.
Finch, I hate giveaway shows.
So do I, JB, but the public loves them. And I have a new twist. Gentlemen, may I present the worldwide Wicked Girl.
What is this?
This, JB, is the secret ingredient. I'm combining beauty and greed. Can't miss. Go ahead, Hetty.
Hello there! I'm the worldwide Wicked Treasure Girl. Each week, I'm going to bring you a clue to where the worldwide treasure has been stashed.
Buried.
Oh, yeah. Buried!
Of course, Miss LaRue is just helping me demonstrate the idea. She won't be our regular treasure girl.
Well, I'm leaving the firm. Of course, I wouldn't if.
JB, let's tell this maniac off and get on with our business. Just a moment. Gentlemen, and Miss LaRue, will you please leave me alone with Mr. Finch?
Okay, take care of him. This is crazy.
What about the stockholders?
What about the board of directors?
What about the Federal Trade Commission?
Finch, where are you going to hide the treasure?
JB, this show is completely unrigged. Not even the treasure girl's gonna know where the treasure's hidden.
Well, I'd like to know.
Okay, but I'll keep it a secret between you and me. This will be the first clue that the treasure girl's gonna give over the air. West of the sun, west of the moon, where is the treasure? Blow me a tune.
What the heck is that?
Tough clue, isn't it? But if you will note, the first letter of each line is WWWB. Worldwide Wicked Buildings.
You're gonna hide the treasure in our buildings? Won't you have mobs of people running through looking for the treasure?
JB, if a man as talented and brilliant as you couldn't guess the clue, do you think the average viewer is gonna guess?
Good point. Say, can this treasure girl, can she be someone more identified with the company?
A real worldwide wicked girl.
Yes, maybe. Say, why not Miss LaRue herself?
Brilliant, JB, brilliant.
Gentlemen, you can come in. We're gonna go through with Finch's idea for the worldwide wicked treasure hunt. Of course, I want your approval.
Well, JB, I think it's an absolutely crazy notion.
I like it.
I like it.
We like it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Worldwide Wicket Company presents, in living color, the Worldwide Wicket Treasure Hunt. And now for the opening number, we present a dance by the Worldwide Wicket Company's Jolly Wickets. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The worldwide wicket treasure girl.
You know, it's really starting to get to me. I'm beginning to wonder where the treasure is myself.
Yeah, well, where is it, Finch?
Oh, no. Nobody in the whole world knows but me and JB. Right, JB?
Right, Ponty. Shh.
Hello there! Well, I'm about to give you the first clue in the worldwide wicket treasure hunt. In 10 different places in this great country, there are buried 5,000 shares of stock, making a total of 50,000 shares in all. Woo! And now for the first clue.
The first clue.
The first clue is west of the sun.
One moment, treasure girl. This woman is carrying a Bible. Will you place your right hand on it? Miss LaRue, do you swear that there has been no fixing or rigging in connection with this show?
Is this a real Bible?
Why, of course, Miss LaRue.
What's the matter with her?
She looks surprised.
She is. Hetty didn't know about this. I wanted this part of the show to be completely spontaneous and unrehearsed.
That can be very dangerous.
I think it's very effective.
And secondly, Miss LaRue, do you swear that you yourself do not actually know where the treasure is hidden?
I do.
Miss LaRue, do you swear that you yourself do not actually know where the treasure is hidden?
See, we're gonna get in trouble.
Why? You and I are the only ones who know where the treasure's hidden. She doesn't know. Does she?
Miss LaRue, do you swear to that?
Look, I will not swear false witness to perjury. I do know where the treasure is. There is treasure hidden in all the worldwide wicket buildings right now.
The first clue.
Please do not have anything.
How to handle a disaster. In every businessman's career, there are times when things go a bit wrong. We have many suggestions for coping with these little problems. However, should you be the cause of a disaster that's really disastrous, we suggest that your best bet is to review the first chapter of this book, How to Apply for a Job.
Where's Finch?
I don't know, Bratt.
JB wants him as fast as you can find him. He's hopping mad. What are you doing?
Another treasure hunter. This little nut tried to sneak past me 3 times.
That little nut is the chairman of the board. It's Mr. Womper.
Chairman of the board. They all look alike to me.
Oh, I'm very sorry this happened, Mr. Womper. Biggley's waiting in his office. Keep looking for Finch.
Oh, Rosemary, have you seen Ponty?
No, Miss Jones, and I'm so worried about him.
So am I. He was a nice boy.
Was? What will they do to him?
I don't know. Somebody's head's got to roll.
Ponty will think of something. Won't you, Ponty? You have those cool, clear eyes of a seeker of wisdom and truth. Yet there's that upturned chin and the grin of impetuous youth.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here.
Where have you been?
Walking the streets, thinking.
Why don't you go home?
No, I've got to go in and face the music.
Aha!
Well, this is it.
The chairman of the board is in there.
I figured that.
What are you going to do?
I'm just gonna make a clean breast of everything and go back to what I did before I came here.
What were you?
I was an exterior decorator. There we go again. Can't even tell you the truth. I was a window washer.
So what? I don't care what you do, Ponty. I'm sticking. I walked out on you once.
You did?
And I'm not leaving again.
Finch, you're wanted in JB's office right now.
Gee, can I at least say goodbye to Rosemary?
Go ahead.
Rosemary, goodbye.
Come along.
But well, look, I'm sorry, Rosemary. I wish none of this had ever happened.
Ponty!
Finch, why should you face those monsters? Go ahead, escape, run away. I'll pretend like I didn't see you, for auld lang syne.
No, I've got to go in and face them and get it over with. I should think you'd be happy if they killed me.
If only I could be sure.
All of our key men are here, JB. Gentlemen, you know the chairman of the board, Mr. Wally Womper.
Now, Wally, I know I'm the president of this company, the man who's responsible for everything that goes on around here. And I'd like to say right now that for everything that's happened, it's not my fault. You'll soon see where the responsibility for the whole thing lies. Now, when he gets here, I'll do all the talking. This is a very slick youngster, Wally.
Here he is, sir.
Oh, Mr. Biggley,
Never mind. I'll do all the talking. Oh, you've never met Mr. Womper. This is the chairman of the board.
How do you do, Mr. Womper? Mr. Womper, I'd like
No speeches, Finch. It's all settled. I want you to sign a simple little letter of resignation saying that you're responsible for everything that's happened.
Okay, Mr. Biggley, I'll be glad to.
What?
I said I'll sign the letter.
Are you sure this isn't one of your little tricks?
No, Mr. Biggley, I'm through with all that. You see, this firm has been pretty good to me, but now I'm gonna resign, take the blame, and go back to what I did before I came here.
What did you do, Finch?
I was a window washer.
No kidding. I started out as a window washer myself.
You did?
What the heck did you think I was? A rail splitter? College man. So, you were a window washer.
Yes, Mr. Womper.
Call me Wally.
Okay, Wally.
Now tell me, Finch.
Oh, just call me Ponty.
Okay, Ponty. Boy, it's been a while since I've had someone around here I could actually talk to. How'd you happen to get into this business anyways?
Well, sir, I had a book.
Yeah? Me too.
Yeah, it was a book on how to succeed in business.
My book was more useful. I booked beds for all the other window washers. Cleaned up a bundle. I should have stayed in that business. 8 buildings wrecked. Our stock is down 5 points. We're the laughing stock of the industry.
I know, Wally. It's ghastly.
Ponty, tell me, how did this happen? I could understand a college man making a hash out of this, but not a window washer. This idea...
Hold it, Wally. If there's one thing I won't do, it's take credit for another man's idea. Especially when he's the boss's nephew.
You never told me you hired your nephew.
Nephew? Oh, nephew. You see, he's not my nephew. He's my wife's nephew. Wally, this may seem like nepotism, but it's not. I've never shown him favoritism. In fact, I hate him.
But you love his ideas.
No! When he first brought me the idea, I thought it was a lousy idea. Then when Finch brought me the idea, I thought it was a lousy idea too. And I told him that it was a lousy idea.
Then why did you buy it?
I thought it was a good idea.
Treasure hunts, treasure girls.
Well, he dressed it all up. He can't deny that the idea for the treasure girl is his.
Yeah.
Well, that was my idea.
And not a bad one. But who the heck picked that bubble-headed tomato? Uh-huh.
Wally, I don't want you to get any wrong ideas. This is a very nice girl. You ought to talk to her.
I intend to. Well, I think I've got the whole picture here. Now, the question is what to do and who to do it to.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Womper. Before you do anything, I'd like to say a few words.
About what?
Humanity. You see, Wally, deep down under this cold corporate setup, under our skin there's flesh and blood. We're all brothers.
Some of us are uncles.
Now you may join the Elks, my friend, and I may join the Shriners, while other men may carry cards as members of the Diners. Still others wear a golden key or small Greek letter pin. But I have learned there's one great club that all of us are in. There is a brotherhood of man, a benevolent brotherhood of man, a noble tie that binds all human hearts and minds into one brotherhood of man. Your lifelong membership is free. Keep a giving each brother all you can. Oh, aren't you proud to be in that fraternity, the great big brotherhood of man? Now you see, Wally, I want you to consider that before you fire Mr. Biggley.
Whoa, who's considering that?
Wally, I know what's on your mind. You'd like to wipe out the whole crowd from top to bottom.
No.
That's the obvious move. But stop and think. One man may seem incompetent, another not make sense, while others feel like quite a waste of company expense. They need a brother's leadership, so please don't do them in. Remember, mediocrity is not a mortal sin. There we're in the brotherhood of man, dedicated to giving all we can. Oh, aren't you proud to be in that fraternity, the great big brotherhood of man? Hey, go men.
No kid is there really a brotherhood.
Yes, you're a brother
of man.
You are a brother
on the level of brotherhood of man.
Oh yes, a noble tie that binds all human hearts and minds
into one brotherhood of man.
Oh yes, your lifelong membership is free. Keep a giving each brother all you can. Oh, aren't you proud to be in that fraternity, the great big brotherhood of man? Your lifelong membership is free. Keep a giving each brother all you can. Oh, aren't you proud to be in that fraternity, the great big brotherhood of man?
Oh, that noble feeling feels like bells are pealing, with double dealing. Oh, brother, you got me, I got you.
policy, the great big brotherhood of men.
Give me a break! We were always the best of friends, Max. Remember the honest dates, Ernest? You are never liked. Well, I'm not going to go. Wait, no, you can't take me. I'm too young. I'll get sick. I'm just a boy.
Hey, Smitty, any news yet? I haven't heard a thing. Oh, Mr. Jenkins, have you heard anything yet?
Haven't heard anything yet.
Looks like a big shakeup.
Boys and girls, I have an announcement to make. As you know, there have been a few changes made at Worldwide Wickets. I'm speaking to you now in my new capacity as the Vice President in charge of employee morale and psychological adjustment. Mr. Tackerberry here is now in charge of personnel. Now, I'd like you to hear a few words from our hard-driving, hard-working president, J.B. Biggley.
Thank you, thank you. Now, Worldwide Wickets is now stronger than ever. I feel like a lot of the credit should go to a certain bright and loyal young man. Come out here, Finch. As you know, this youngster's rise has been spectacularly rapid. I began to think he was going to come after my job. Thankfully, he didn't want it.
Oh, no. Sir, your job is much too tough for me. But I would like to say that if any credit is due, it should go to a very great humanitarian and a very just good overall man, Mr. Wally Womper.
Here, here.
You know what? Incidentally, folks, Mr. Womper is here with his charming wife today. Let's get them both out here, Mr. and Mrs. Womper. Mr. Womper told me he didn't feel like making any speeches today. He's still a newlywed. But I have a surprise announcement to make about him. Mr. Womper has decided that after his long years of service, he's finally going to retire as chairman of the board. And he and his wife are going to take a long honeymoon trip around the world.
What a surprise, sweetie! You didn't tell me!
I didn't know. What the heck. It's not a bad idea at that. I'll concentrate on you.
Wally, who's going to be the new chairman of the board? As if I didn't know.
Just one moment. I don't know if I can accept. I'll have to consult Mrs. Finch.
Rosemary, your husband's calling you. Hallelujah.
Rosemary, I've got a big decision to make. They want to make me chairman of the board. What do you think?
Darling, I don't care if you work in the mailroom or you're chairman of the board or president of the United States. I love you.
Say that again.
I love you.
No, before that.
Miss Jones, take a wire to the White House. Watch out.
We're playing the company way. Executive policies by us, okay. Though for the departed we shed a mournful tear. Whoever the company fires, we will still be here. feel proud to be in that fraternity, the great big brother.